What I hope to accomplish with my research is to bring forward new and effective treatments for pancreatic cancer. Our goal is to enhance the survival of patients, and even if we could find a cure. And to do that, we are taking advantage of the latest cutting-edge technologies, incorporating them in our science, which allows us to transition the findings in the lab into patients for effective treatments.
So I think soon we will have some results of whether treatment with this immune checkpoint therapy improves outcomes and survival.
The answer to the question of why pancreatic cancer is because it's hard. There were so few people working in pancreatic cancer. There was so little funding going towards addressing the difficulties of treating pancreatic cancer that it needed to be addressed.
I had always known that I wanted to work on pancreatic cancer. My mom got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer when I was 15. It was really a life-changing thing that I knew what I had to do.
Personally, I like challenges. And we all know that pancreatic cancer is the toughest disease to target or cure. So I took up this challenge that I need to find something, in this disease.
I wanted to go into pancreatic cancer research because there's so much to do, and it's like a very difficult cancer to actually study and work with.
What we've managed to do was fund people that wouldn't necessarily have had the opportunity to be funded. I think you're going to meet another person as a postdoctoral fellow in my laboratory who really wouldn't be able to compete for most funding mechanisms, but she was able to compete for a Sky Foundation grant.
This disease does not actually influence all racial groups equally. Pancreatic cancer is 20% more likely to develop in individuals who are Black or African American. So we have a really important obligation here at Henry Ford, given that our patient demographics are around 25 to 35% of patients that are diagnosed with pancreatic cancer here are Black or African American. We are able to utilize those tissues to study these racial disparities in this field.
My research focuses on early pancreatic cancer development, so I'm not looking at already advanced cancer per se, but I want to understand what's happening early on. So the earliest changes in the pancreas, because I believe that you have to know these early changes in order to come up with early diagnostic tools, and also we need that knowledge in order to better understand overall cancer development so that we can battle pancreatic cancer.
This is a very important area of investigation in my lab, looking at the differences between the primary and the metastatic niche and trying to understand how pancreatic cancer overcomes drug treatment and develops chemoresistance.
The Sky Foundation has a lot of meaning to me for a number of reasons. I would say the biggest one is that it's really taken the bull by the horns and really made it a priority to get funding for research in an area that historically has been markedly underfunded.
I was really lucky enough to know Sheila Castleman. She was just so excited about what Sky Foundation was doing and had all this energy to continue to reach out to patients, find donors, and support research. And that was just absolutely addicting to be around. And every conversation I had with her, I was so motivated to get back and just keep moving research forward.
The idea here is that the Sky Foundation literally plants seeds all across the country and grows researchers in such a way that they can gain both the data and the confidence to open their own labs and be very productive researchers. And I have to say that I've never met anyone that got a Sky Foundation grant that isn't grateful for 10, 20 years later. And I think that this is going to be, Sheila's legacy in large part is everything she's done for the field.
Sky Foundation has really impacted my research. In fact, I would rephrase it and say that I owe my research career to Sky Foundation for the seed funding and the funding at the critical time that they provided me. and that helped me grow as a scientist.
Sky Foundation to me is like a family. So whether it's providing a community or a support system, connecting survivors to each other and connecting patients to each other so they realize that they're not alone. And also, of course, the research funding where they provide seed grants to investigators with interesting ideas to try and advance the field.
And it's very impactful as a researcher to enter into this field and really have an obligation and a duty to try to do the very best that we can to understand more about this disease, to try to help those patients and family members as well.
For me, Sky Foundation means hope.